Well, hello. Yesterday on April Fool's, I got a haircut. And I have to say, this haircut has got to be the worst haircut I've ever had. I mean, look at this. Look at this. It looks like there's this toupee on top of my head, and she sort of shaved under it. But yeah, oh man, it's bad. I know it's bad, so you can write in the comments of how bad you think it really is. Anywho, today is a new day. Today is April the 2nd, 2016. And I'm going to announce a personal project relating to my channel because I have decided to build my own PC. And I've never done that before, but I'm building my own PC, and I am a Mac person. I've been a Mac person all my life, really. As long as I've had computers, I've been with Apple-based computers. So this is a challenge, and it's one that I'm excited about taking. But I've kind of jumped in the deep end a bit because I'm not just buying a Dell or whatever sort of computer that you can buy off the shelf. I've bought the components, and I'm waiting for some components to arrive, some of them all the way from Europe, and then I'm going to build my PC. But I've got enough components to give a guide as to pretty much what I will be building. So I thought I'd just show you the components, the major components now. I'll start with my what's called PSU, power supply unit, that I bought. That is an EVGA Supernova 1600 G2 1600 watt gold power supply unit. The motherboard that I'm using is an Asus Rampage 5 Extreme motherboard with USB 3.1. In the CPU slot, I will be putting a Intel Core i7 processor, 5960X LGA 2011 V3, or version 3, I guess. So that's a 3 gigahertz processor, and it will be running Windows. And I'm coming from Macworld, right? So this is the first Windows machine I will ever build and have in my house. But this is a Windows 10. The memory is here. It's G.Skill Trident Z DDR4 RAM. More precisely, it is DDR4 3600. So it will go up to 3600 megahertz, which is 3.6 gigahertz. PC4 28800. This is 16 gigabytes. There are two 8 gigabyte, sticks in here. I'm actually getting 4 of these. I've obviously got 1, so I'm waiting on 3 more to arrive. So I'm going to have 64 gigabytes of RAM in this computer total. And for tertiary storage and disk space, I've chosen the solid state world. So these are Samsung. Again, I'm waiting on 1 more, but I'm getting 3, but I have 2 of them. Samsung SSDs 850 Pros. They're 2 terabytes each. So I'm going to have 6 terabytes of storage. And I also have VNAND SSD 950 Pro M.2 Express card, and that's 512 gigabytes. So that's a quarter the capacity of this, but it's much quicker. And it, the system software I'm going to install on this and that's going to be my, you know, data drives or whatever. And then all of that you'd think is the computer, but really all of that kind of supports the real computer, of which there will be 4 of them. These are Gigabyte GeForce GTX Titan X graphics processor units, or graphics cards, or GPUs. And this is where the real number crunching happens. And these are pretty top of the line graphic cards. I don't think you can go much higher than this, but there's 4 of them. And all of that, and all the other components that I'm still waiting on, as I said, has to go into a case. That's not a case, that's just the plastic it came in. So I'm putting all of that into a what's called Thermaltake Core X9. It has a lot of room inside for a lot of expansion, a lot of good stuff, and I can you know, take components out and rearrange them, and it's very configurable. All of this and the other bits and pieces are going into that. I have opted to do a water-cooled PC because, first of all, water cooling makes the PC a lot quieter, doesn't require as many noisy fans, and it's also kind of cool to look at. So I'm going to be lighting the inside of this box with LEDs so that you can see the water cooling tubes pumping water, different colored water, around the components like the graphics cards and the CPU, and it'll be like a work of art as much as a computer. But this computer is going to be it's going to be my editing machine. It's going to be my workhorse.